think it was the 19th of December. It was just a normal cold winter's night. I was out on patrol, and then we had a phone call saying that there was a girl had jumped into the river. She was being swept down. I knew it was down here by the Long Bridge, so I only had to come about 20 yards. Initially I couldn't see a thing. I could hear voices on the far bank, and obviously someone in distress. But I couldn't see where they were or what was going on exactly until one of my colleagues was on the bridge and shined a torch down onto the river. Then I could see there was a girl in the river and she was being pushed down. I knew it wasn't the place to be. The river was too high. The river was flowing very, very fast. And I knew that she needed help. That was it, really. Somebody had to do something. We haven't got any buoyancy aids handy. You know, there's no point in calling the fire brigade out. She'd have been gone by that time. I really didn't see there was an awful lot of choice except to get in and try and do our best to get her out, really. That was it. I ran down the river enough to get parallel with her, took off my body armour and everything I was wearing, and then entered the river. It was cold, obviously, and it was dark. But again, one of my colleagues had followed me, and fair dues, they had the dragon light on the river and was following me across. It's a good current, and it was hard to sort of keep your feet, but I managed to. I got across to her. It was chest deep by the time we got across to her, and then the two of us sort of held on to each other then, and I managed then to push her and get her out on the far side. She passed out on the riverbank, so then I picked her up, and then I carried her up onto the roadside where an ambulance was waiting for us, and they sorted her out. And once the girl was handed to the ambulance crew, it suddenly hit me that it was absolutely knobbling cold. It was and I was glad to get home and get changed. My wife woke up when I got in the house, asked me what I'd done and why I was soaking wet. I don't normally turn up, after a night shift soaking wet. She told me off, told me what a silly boy I'd been, But anyway, I got changed, then came back to work, and we're just in time for the nightclub to kick out. So we sorted that out then. I just honestly think it's just a privilege to be in the right position to be able to do things to help people out. And especially in a market town like this, a small town, I have to hold my head up in the town, and everybody knows me. They know how I perform on duty and off duty. There's no escape. Everybody knows everybody's business. So to be able to hold your head up and walk around knowing that you're doing a good job and you're thought well of is priceless, absolutely priceless.
We pride ourselves on being a family force, and we're extremely proud of David Steer's actions that night. He was called to rescue a female in distress from a fast-flowing river. He took an instant decision to enter that water and to pull an unconscious woman to safety. His actions undoubtedly saved her life.